right, I'm currently on the phone with Aeson. He's another musician that reached out about the current interview session. So I'm going to go ahead and give him the chance to introduce himself.
My name is Aeson. I'm an upcoming pop and R&B artist from South Carolina.
Excellent, short and brief. I like it. All right, so tell me about how you find it, how you first came in contact with music. What about it was important to you and made you want to pursue it?
So growing up where I'm from, sports is very like heavily forced and something for us kids to do. So I remember one day I had got back from basketball practice and we used to have a computer in my living room. So I got on the computer and I was just scrolling, doing stuff like playing. And this music video popped, Timberlake or somebody, and he was like singing and dancing. And I was just like, this is new to me because like I'm not used to seeing this. And like that's just something I want to do. And in my head as a young child, I always wanted to be different. I thought being different was cool. Like I would just see different stuff people would wear and I'd be like, oh, that's cool. So like at a young age, I would just study Justin Timberlake and be like, I want to be just like him. But like with sports and stuff being forced and stuff, I just still kept playing sports. So I kept that to myself. But as I got older, I kept studying it more. And when I got into college, it was like, okay, I think I want to sit down, learn how to record harmonies, stack harmonies, and stuff like that. And I really looked up to Brandy too. Like not to expose myself, but I would like find a way to remove her main vocals and listen to her background vocals so I could like hear how she stacked them. So that's how I heard that with music.
Okay,
It's my
so
favorite part.
when you kind of first discovered that love for it and then wanted to pursue, the vocal aspect of it, did you do like choir in school at all? Or how did you kind of pursue learning it beyond, just listening to like the stacked backing vocal?
Actually, after that, I was still playing sports, but the year after that, I auditioned for a musical, which was Peter Pan. I was chief chili dog, which I had to sing. And like at the rehearsals, like they would teach us about the notes and just how to control your voice. And like that was in the elementary school. I think that was like my fourth year. So they was teaching us that at a young age. So after
Okay, and maybe I missed it, but was that part of the regular school curriculum, or did you have to kind of do that outside of school?
Oh yeah, it was. The school I went to, it kind of I didn't know, but whenever I branched out and started talking to certain people, they would tell me, "Oh, you should audition for this." But my school, they had consistent plays. It's just that I didn't pay attention to it because I was in sport.
Okay, sure. So tell me about kind of how that continued into like your young adult years. How did you keep music and then, singing and vocalization into, your hobby as an adult?
You break that down some more for me?
Sure, definitely. So, essentially, just how did you continue to participate in music once you were out of school?
Now I'm in school for theater and stuff like that. So
Okay, okay. So
shows like that.
maybe I missed that part. I assumed, once you got out of, high school or whatever, you kind of just continued to pursue it on your own. So tell me about the transitional period going from like high school into theater and about, the motivation for making that decision.
Cause I do a lot, but music is like my number one. But acting is something I've always been doing after that Peter Pan play in fourth grade year. So I was like, well, I'm big on films and documentaries and stuff. So that's something I would want to do outside of music. So I'm in school for theater, but minoring in film studies. But with my theater scholarship, I have to be in the shows. So you have to audition to make sure you get your scholarships and stuff like that. So that's how I got there with that.
Okay, and so what do you kind of hope to get out of theater school? Do you want to pursue like acting, or do you think music is kind of going to be your primary focus?
You know what? And what a lot of artists don't do, I want to bring like what Michael Jackson used to do, like movie music videos. Like I want it to be a lead up to the actual music scenes and cut to this before the actual music video. I want it to be like a movie. I don't want to just do music videos, which when my new single Running Back, it's kind of like it's video. But when y'all get the actual EP, it's a visual EP, like it's like a mini movie.
And so, how do you think that that translates into a live performance? How much of, making like a theatrical video do you think you can bring onto a stage?
What is her name? Melanie Martinez is a perfect example of what I want to do. She actually had her own short film with music videos and stuff like that, and she brought it to life by having Act One, Act Two, scene one, scene two, like how the actual film was. So that's something I would want to do with my shows and my tours and stuff like that, and make it very interactive and entertaining.
Okay, so a lot of audience participation kind of thing, and then also kind
Hmm.
of really building out the theatrical presence of it.
Absolutely.
Well, where do you kind of, see yourself in 5 or 10 years?
In the next 5 years, I want to be on my own headlining tour.
Okay, and so are you in the process of writing material for that and then booking studio
Hmm.
time to get session players together?
Hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So tell me about how that's going. What kind of material are you putting out? And then, what is your kind of your release idea?
This project has been I started working on this project my freshman year in college, and I just let life go on, and I'll write songs about this situation and write songs about that situation. Sit on it for a year. My second semester, write songs on the same situations and stuff like that. So I think it's coming out in January. So I think I have enough content to put it out, and people be able to digest it and be like, "Dang, like you really went through that. Like you posted this on social media, but I didn't know you were going through that." So that's my whole goal with this EP, because I feel like people see one side of me on social media, and then it's like, no, I really go through this, but this is just what y'all see.
Sure, that's awesome. So you mentioned that kind of your goal is to do a headlining tour. What comes after that? And are you talking about like kind of smaller theaters, or are we talking like big stadium?
I want to start small and then go into festivals where that can build up like fans and like people to see me and stuff like that. So I want to start small, then just grow. I don't want to start big and it's like, well, dang, what's next? So I want to start small and just build up.
So, tell me a bit about kind of where you kind of pulled all of kind of that influence from and what the artistic vision is. I guess essentially, how do you kind of define the content that you want to create? Like, what's the message?
That's a perfect. Okay, so I actually have. If I was to put all the content together, it would be three projects. The first project was just something I just wanted to throw out there, but it's just like I feel like I should put out something that could relate to others. Like the other one was just a whole bunch of up tempo pop songs, but it was like, no, I'm not being true to myself. So how about I relate myself? Because pop is my number one. That's why I was just gonna drop a pop project. But it's like, no, let me slow it down and tell people what I've been about so they can feel the emotions and they can feel the message of what I'm trying to give. So the whole overall thing I want to give from this project is just be true to yourself and just be transparent.
So essentially, just unapologetically be yourself, kind of thing.
Hmm.
Perfect. Very cool. So, what are some of your favorite memories or events you're going through at present that have really kind of made you realize that you are where you're supposed to be and you're doing what you are meant to be doing?
Oh, I won an award for one of my music videos over the summer in July. That really motivated me, because before I got the award, I was thinking about quitting music and just writing and doing demos for others. So then when I won it and I saw that people actually had to vote and put a word out for me to win, it was just like motivational. Even though I would see the comments and it's like, okay, yeah, you like it, but just winning that award just really did something to me.
Yeah, that's great. I bet that kind of, put things into focus for you, made you realize
Yeah.
that, there is a wider audience for your art.
Exactly. And just seeing the people after I got my award, the people that was coming up to me wanting to work and seeing how did I go about making this video. Like it was just very motivational, because it's like something I did is motivating somebody else to do it. And people actually want to know how did I come up with this idea, which is very different. So yeah, that was just very motivational and helped mentally for me.
Right. Well, where can people find, that video and anything else you have out there and, see what you're putting out?
So we're in a new era now. So we have my new single called Running Back on YouTube. You can find me on YouTube at AESON.N. Same for Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter is official Aeson.
All right. And so I always like to give the person I'm interviewing the opportunity to put out their last words. So, what's a message that you feel other people should hear?
To everybody, to all my lions, y'all know this, but for everybody listening here, stay true to yourself and do what the hell you want to do.